Hello everyone, I'm Michaela Kathleen, and in this video I'm doing the Booktube Oldie Tag. So jumping right in, the first question on this tag is, how long have you been doing Booktube? Which I started Booktube, my first video was of course the Booktube newbie tag, and I posted that on January 1st, 2020? And so then January 1st, 2021, this year, I did the Not a Booktube newbie tag. And now it is January 1st, 2022, and I'm doing the Booktube Oldie tag, which, does that make me an oldie? Perhaps not. But it was an idea I had at the very beginning that I would do these 3 tags on January 1st for the first 3 years. And so here we are. Question number 2 is, what was your biggest misconception before starting Booktube? Which I don't know that I really had much of a big misconception about Booktube. I watched it for like a few months before starting my channel. I would say I just went into it with a lot of excitement because I discovered Booktube pretty late, I feel, and was very excited about it very fast and decided that I wanted to do my own videos pretty quickly after I started watching. And so I guess if I had maybe a misconception, it was just maybe my level of excitement, but not like that makes it sound bad, like I'm disappointed by Booktube now that I'm making videos, which I'm not. But I feel, you know, people always go into new projects with a lot of excitement and expectation, but then once you get into it, it very quickly becomes just a regular kind of habit that's, you know, still super fun and exciting, but maybe not as much as that initial rush. Question number 3 is, how has Booktube changed while you've been part of Booktube? And I don't really know if it's changed that much. Again, am I really a Booktube oldie? Probably not. I feel like I've gotten a little better at the process since I began, and I guess maybe my Booktube watching has maybe slightly changed over time as I've discovered new content creators and things. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite Booktube memory? And I really enjoy doing videos where I'm playing games. Those are always the most fun for me to shoot. The recent one that comes to mind would be my MASH game that I did a few weeks or maybe a month or 2 ago. What is Time? That one was really fun and also fun to edit because, I don't know, I laughed at myself a few times. I felt like it was funny. And then also the collaborations I've done. I think I just this year for the first time started doing a few collaborations here and there, all with Eric over at Break Even Books. Thanks, Eric, for always inviting me for collabs. The collabs I did with him were, he would have like a bunch of booktubers recommend books from like one certain genre, so those were a lot of fun. But then also I did one where I actually got to read a book and then do like a dedicated review for it for like this virtual book tour, which was also really cool. Question number 5 is, what books has Booktube introduced you to? And I would say the first book that I ever picked up specifically because of Booktube, although I have not read it yet. I haven't read any of these that I'm about to talk about, but I'm excited to get to them. But the first one was Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I've heard a lot about Brandon Sanderson since I started watching Booktube, and this one seemed more up my alley because it's a YA. And also it's got a really gorgeous cover. And then the next 2 are ones that I added to my Christmas list last year and I got. The first being The Library of the Unwritten by AJ Hackwith, which again, haven't read yet, but I am hoping to read it this year. And yeah, this is one that I heard about on Booktube. It is a book kind of about books. It is this library of books that have not been published, and the characters are trying to get out of their stories, is what I understand the concept to be. But yeah, that just sounded super cool to me right away. And then the other one, which is the next read on my reading list, so I'm reading it, it's gonna be my first book of the year this year, is Lovely War by Julie Berry, which I heard about this one from Haley in Bookland. One of her favorite books of all time is The Book Thief, and that is also one of my favorite books of all time. And this one has a similar concept, so She's been singing its praises for like a year now, and I'm sure I will be as well. I'm hoping this is going to be a 5-star read. And then finally, the last one here that I picked up because of Booktube was A Little Life, which I got this from a free little library, so it's not like I went out and sought it out because of Booktube. But if I had seen it in the free little library and I didn't watch Booktube, I don't think I would have recognized it just by the title or whatever. And I don't think this is the type of book that I would have picked up from a free little library, except that everyone on Booktube has been talking about it. Question number 6 is, what frustrates you about Booktube? And again, there's not really a whole lot that frustrates me about Booktube. I enjoy watching, I enjoy posting. If anything, I feel like I wish it had just a little bit more of a social element to it, more like Instagram and stuff. I feel like those platforms are a little easier to communicate on, I guess. I know YouTube has the comments section, of course, but it just doesn't feel as interactive as some of the other platforms. And finally, question number 7 is, what is your hope for the future of Booktube? And I hope it just kind of continues to grow and become more mainstream. I know things can be kind of messed up by becoming more mainstream. They can become less awesome places to be. But at the same time, I just feel like more people in the world reading could never be a bad thing. And with that, it is time for the quote for today's video, which today I have one from Harry Potter, and it is said by Dumbledore. And it goes, "It is a curious thing, Harry, but perhaps those who are best suited to power are those who never sought it. Those who, like you, have leadership thrust upon them and take up the mantle because they must, and find, to their own surprise, they wear it well." Thanks for watching. Remember, words matter.